One, two, and you don't stop. All right. Watch your cue. He said, all right. You watching that cue.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Dre's house in effect. As you see behind me, I got my man Corey Pegues in the building. Once a cop, we definitely going to get into this book in detail.
Yes,
and
sir.
you know we're going to get in detail. We got tabs, so you know we're going to get into this. What happened?
Ain't nothing happened. Just
Why
do
you looking
you.
at my chin though? What happened?
I'm looking at me. You gotta do you.
No. Okay. So check this out. We're gonna be right back. We gotta, pay some bills as always and stuff. But we're gonna let my man DJ Sure Enough warm y'all up, and then we're gonna get into some very, very, very deep conversation. Again, once a cop is in the building.
Yes, sir.
We've been reading a lot about this. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. You will not be disappointed. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. And that's all we got. So Sure Enough, do your thing, bro.
Once again, Wednesday nights, Friday nights, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Dre's House TV. That's just how we do. Let's go.
Hey, Suits in the area. DJ Kevin on the track. And guess what? We back again. Hey, Suits in the area. DJ Kevin on the track. And guess what? We back. Hey, Suits in the area. DJ Kevin on the track. And guess what? We back again. Hey, I said.
Let's go. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Dre's House TV, let's go.
Take a picture, I want you to remember when I profess my love. Press the button, I hope it's your recording. Every word I'm saying.
Check out that Periscope app.
I'm telling you right now from this day on. Already weighed out the pros and cons.
Tune in radio.
Just the woman I want.
Twitter. Facebook Live. Let's go. Turn up, brothers.
Started off sexy.
Pick a tree to call our names. Let the world
And all
know.
the ladies say,
Last longer than a wedding ring.
and all the ladies say, think I like that.
Facebook Live. Share that page.
Hey, welcome to the champagne life.
It's your boy DJ Showed Up.
The champagne glass.
Dre's House TV. Turn up, brothers.
And we gonna do it.
Let's go.
Got an addiction for life in this baby. Like every day's my birthday. No, but I'm kidding. And reserved for time, that's where I'm sitting.
Columbia, Tennessee on the check-in.
Dancing, about 6 Miss Independence. And my attitude so chill and so breezy. And my designer suit, I make this look easy. Sexy baby, don't you dare act like you don't see me.
Showtime AC.
I know you see me.
Showtime SC.
All about them fast car nights and them big boat days.
Unstoppable Queens.
Champagne life, everything's okay.
Chocolate Diamonds. Big Kids. Strong guy, where you at? Let's go.
We play all night, we play all day. Living this champagne life, everything's okay. Let's toast it up. Oh, baby, let's toast it up.
Number one internet radio show. Let's go. Rockin' K.
Love, you got me feeling like I'm dancing.
I see you on that check-in.
Be on it, please. 'Cause you're all I need.
DJ from Bayshore calling me out.
Ask me why I'm smiling.
My dude. Let's go.
Oh, baby, I blame you. Oh, yeah.
Hit that share that page.
My mind is frozen, got me open off your love. Can't think of no one else. I smell the roses doing poses in the mirror. You make me love myself. Magic in my eyes. I can no longer hide.
When they look at me, what they really see is the love you got me feeling like I'm dancing on the ceiling. I can't hardly breathe, 'cause you're all I need. So when they ask me why I'm smiling like a fool,
Never nervous. This how I do.
I don't know your name, but you heard my name. I know why you came, tryna get that name, but you heard my name. Girl, I know you wanna be my main chick, my main chick. I said, fuck whoever you came with, who you came with. I tell her, fuck that nigga. We sitting in the back of the club, table got a rope in the front. Oh, yeah. You looking real familiar. I could just be a little drunk.
I can go quicker than that. The switch up ain't nothing. Don't get scared now, Rock. Show enough.
I put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. See you walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Try to stand but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow, staring out the window. Wish on a star for a sign. It's the reason why. You're always on my mind. When you come around, I get shy. When I see you,
No headphones.
I can't help but wait. Oh, I can't help but wait. Check it out. I see you with him. He ain't right, but you don't trip. You stand by while he lies, then turn right around and forgive. I can't take to see your face with those tears run down your cheeks. But what can I do? I gotta stay true, 'cause deep down I'm still a G. And I don't wanna come between you and your man. Even though I know I treat you better than he can. Girl, I can't help but wait till you get that with him. It don't change. Can't help but wait till you see that with me it ain't the same. Can't help but wait till you see you for what you really are. Baby girl, you are a star. And I can't help but put your hands in the air, in the air.
Everybody on the check-in.
What's that on that beat? Oh, nana,
DJ showing up.
look what you done
Dre's House
started.
TV.
Oh, nana,
Wednesday nights, Friday
why you
nights,
gotta act so
8 p.m. to
naughty?
10 p.m.
Oh, nana, I'm about to
Number
spend
one
all
internet
this
radio
cash.
show.
Oh,
Turn
nana,
up, brothers.
if you keep shaking that.
Let's go.
Oh, na na na. Put your hands in the air if you're loving tonight. Oh, na na na. Keep your hands in the air if you're spending the night. Oh, na na na. Oh, na 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 na.
Everybody say it like.
Oh, na na na. Oh, na 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 na.
Everybody say it.
Baby, I'm the one you like, yeah. I'ma give you what you like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'ma get to you right, yeah. Best time of your life, yeah. Oh, yeah. You ready? Tell her wait to get the check. Girl, I know you ready, I ain't even gotta check. You been through the worst, let me show you who the best. You know I'ma get you right, girl, them boys to the... Yeah. La 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 la. Did you get my call? Did you read my love letter? Did it touch your heart when you read my love letter? Sunny days, smiling face, spirit-filled heaven praise. Memories in my mind, reminiscing of good times. Miracles so amazing, so just far away. It makes me ask the question, baby, did you get my call? Did you read my love letter? Yeah. Did it touch your heart? Yeah. When you read my love letter.
Shout out everybody on the check-in.
Read my love.
Facebook Live, let's go.
Weekends and birthdays, celebration holidays, love making history, a toast to our victory. Sweet dreams, butterflies, holding hands side by side. Best friends, families, reminds me. Did you get my call? Did you get my card, girl? Did you read my love letter? Tell me, did you read my love letter? Did it touch your heart? Did it touch your heart when you read my love letter? When you read my love letter, baby.
Shout out all my viewers on Periscope, on the check-in. Making your boy DJ Show Enough, Turn Up Brothers, Dre's House TV. Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Friday nights, 8 p.m., 10 p.m. Both nights we ended. That's how we do. Let's go. Where all my ladies at?
Friday night and I was feeling aight. Yep. Downtown Atlanta, big city, bright lights. Mixing Henny with the Sprite while I'm drinking and driving. No police lights, no police sirens. I'm headed to the club, looking for a freak. To spread a little love and spread a couple cheeks. Pull up to the spot, 26 is like bam. Eyes on me like, bitch, do you see him? Stroll through the front door, headed to the VIP. Bought a couple bottles and I took a couple sips. Scoping out the room and what do I see? A nice round butt and a pair of double D's. So I crept up like shorty, what's happening? You killing that dress and I love it with a passion. Then she turned around and her face was aight. She had a gap tooth and a mean overbite. But I was like,
If I take one more drink, I'm gonna end up with you. Is that what you wanna do, shorty? If I take one more drink, I'm gonna end up with you. You too.
woke up the next morning and all I can remember was taking shots and tipping the bartender. Surrender to the woman and her bringing me home. Cause she started looking better every shot of Patron. Yep, I jumped up with a devilish grin. Cause tonight, damn right, I might do it again. So I called up the homies. Let's ride, we can hit the sports bar over on the south side. Get a couple of Coronas, couple of limes. Went up to the bar and saw a couple of dimes. So I slowly walked up and said, hi, my name's Ludacris and I'm a hell of a guy. One said, I know who you are, I'm your number one fan.
Oh, it's been on the whole time.
Too bad I got a man and I
it's on.
said, I understand.
I'm glad we didn't say nothing.
Dre's House TV, yo, let's go.
If I take one more drink,
Ah,
I'm gonna end up with you.
that's what we doing?
That's what we doing.
All right, we gonna R&B it out all night?
Oh, no doubt.
All right, that's what you got. Welcome back to Dre's House. Watch this. Bam.
You already know.
Raquel, you was supposed to switch over when I said bam. You gotta make me look good, girl. All right. Welcome back to Dre's House and your boy, Mr. Dre. You see my man chilling on the side of me is Corey Pegues, writer, author of the book, Once a Cop. The book is a beast. I've been reading a lot of stuff about this book. We're gonna get into some things and everything, so I wanna make sure we get right into it. But real quick, I wanna pay some bills real quick, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. Yeah, work with me, y'all.
Gotta pay some bills.
Shout out to Abraham, Kevin Spans, and Sons Allstate Insurance. You in good hands. Make sure you check that brother out. Download his free app, AKSPANN. Hit him on Facebook, Kevin Span. Also one of the leaders of Winers 50th anniversary that went very successful. And shout out to Rakim and Dalcho Mitchell for being honored and getting a sign placed in their honor in the town in 2 different locations though. So shout out to them. Shout out to Kevin Span for all he does and his lovely family. Also, Stewart Film Group, shout out to Emily Stewart for opening up real soon. Stewart Film and Film Theater and Cafe will be opening real soon in Greenpoint. The Ladies of Beast, I'm telling you, she owns the October Film Festival. Most films that win that festival are picked up by Netflix, Hulu, overseas distribution, a lot of other things as well. So if you're serious about your craft, go to the website www.stewartfilmgroup.com, or you can go directly to the film festival information, octoberfilmfest.com. Please make sure y'all check that out. Also, Arizona Iced Tea celebrating 25 years, but 26 now, of American companies. So we got to make sure we on point with them, and we do everything we can. Thank you for supporting me. And also go to your local store and get your Arizona Iced Tea. As we see, I guess it's drinking the Arnold Palmer half and half here. You know, I'm always drinking the same thing, the regular iced tea, because I think that's very tasty there. And our DJ, we're taking about 6 or 7 home with him every night, so that's what we do there. Last but not least, our dealership here, Bam Auto 2. Shout out to King. Get your exotic cars and stuff. My car is still sitting there. I saw it today. It's only going to cost me about $130,000, $140,000, but if I keep doing the show, y'all keep supporting me, I will have that car. We'll be driving around. Only 2 at a time though, but still we'll be driving around. So make sure y'all check them out. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and all over. So y'all make sure you check them out. There we go. That's everybody. Good job in there. You're welcome. So I got my man Corey Pegues here. Your book is a beast. Your book is a beast. You've been on the talk show circuit like religiously, but I want to start from the beginning, because even though people know that you retired NYPD, you know, I want to get into other stuff that you're handling with that and stuff. I don't know if we can talk about that.
We can talk about everything.
Oh, we can talk about everything?
Talk about
okay. I know you got the lawsuit against the NYPD.
Yeah.
And some other people and stuff, so I know you got that. But one thing about your early life and stuff, you're from St. Albans, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Queens all day, baby. You see what it is.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's right. Queens all day.
It's gonna be one of those shows, huh? It's gonna be one of those shows. It's gonna be one of those shows, but I'm okay. I'm okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna work ourselves through this. But
His mic's not on.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is. The light is on. Turn it on and off again.
Yeah.
Turn it back on. How about now?
Yeah.
His mic is
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
His green light is on. Y'all bear with me here because we got some audio difficulties here, and I want to make sure we hear everything that this young man has said. I know y'all heard him so far from my mic, because my mic is on, right? There we go.
Oh,
we might want to change up his mic. What are we going to do? We're going to sit here and look cute. Well, not cute, but handsome. You know, he got his Run DMC gear on representing Queens, so, you know, we don't want to take the camera off. I ain't going to tell you what he drove up in today. So we, the book is doing good, people. The book is doing good. So that's more than work.
We got a couple of those.
Oh, okay. My man pulled up with the golf clubs in the back.
Yeah, that's 5 days a week.
All right.
You ready, Dre?
Hey, I'm trying to get there, man.
Oh, I love it. I'm addicted.
How we sounding now?
Yeah.
We good?
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
I can't hear you. It is on.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Good.
I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take the plug out and put it back in. Pause. Green light is on.
Yeah.
Nothing?
I hear something.
I heard static. No. Oh, okay. How about now? Say something? Yo, we're gonna be right back and let my man rock out. Sure enough, go ahead and take us out. We're gonna get this fixed here.
Yeah, 1 2 1 2.
You good?
1 2 1 2.
Nah, I hear you. All right, sure.
1 1 1 1 1 1 2.
All right, switch is back.
Let's go.
We back.
We're back?
We back.
Okay, we're back. This interview is about to go hard for a second. We got to start this over again.
Let's go.
I got to introduce my man correctly. We good in there? Are we good in there?
1 1 1 1 2 3 4 5.
I can't hear him. What they say?
Is he good?
Yeah.
He good?
Oh, we didn't hear you. All right, we're gonna go back and introduce my man properly again because he deserves just with this outstanding book, Once a Cop. Corey Pegues is in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go out and look for this book. He's from St. Albans, Queens. So we're gonna let him rock with that because he got the Adidas gear on and the Run DMC shirt. I didn't know it was Hip Hop Day. I didn't know that. But it's all good and stuff. I want to thank you for taking the time out to come talk to us. I know you've been doing the circuit for a minute and everything, but you're taking time to come out and check us out here because I read a lot about this book, and I want to start from the beginning about, and I want you to tell this story in your own words because I read something in Daily News about the story when the gun didn't work. Yeah, I wanted you to tell it in your own words. It was kind of funny, but it was kind of messed up in a sense though. But what got you into even want to be a knucklehead in the street?
Well, I grew up, thanks for having me on. Shout out to Dawn, Michelle, peace, love you, girl. So, basically, I grew up around gangsters, pimps, and drug dealers in the 80s. That's just what it was in the hood, where I grew up in Queens, on the north side of Queens. And, I like to tell people, if I grew up around stockbrokers, I'd be working on Wall Street.
Okay, I get that.
So I grew up in a family of 5 sisters and myself. God bless my sister Angie. We just sent her home last week.
That's what I saw.
And my
that.
sister Vicky, so I lost 2 sisters out of this 5. So I had 3 amigos left that's watching me. My sisters that's here on earth. We was on welfare after my father left in the 3rd grade, and then basically around the age of 13, I just started going to the street. I was a baller. I was nice with basketball.
Right.
So I started going to this park in the Queens called O'Connell Park, 196 in Murdoch. And I hooked up with a few people, and basically I started selling marijuana at the age of 13.
All right.
And then I graduated to mescaline tabs, loose cocaine, and then the wonder drug crack cocaine hit. And it was just a phenomenal experience. Yeah, we was just going crazy. And then I left there and I started working for one of the most notorious drug gangs in America, the Supreme Team.
Right.
And I just went from, me doing my own hustling on Murdoch Avenue in 198 O'Connell Park to going to it was like a Fortune 500 company.
Right.
The Supreme Team, it was like Supreme was the CEO, Prince was like the vice president, then he had like Bimmy, Black Just, they all was like the lieutenants and stuff. Then they had lieutenants, and then I was a street soldier.
Right.
I worked the midnight shift. They had 3 shifts, midnight to 8 in the morning, 8 to 4, and 4 to 12, and we got paid on Fridays.
Okay, so mostly like back then it was
So
like
that's my first job in the world.
Right, that's what I was saying. That
Legit
everything
job.
was it was almost like you was punching in almost.
You was definitely punching
Right.
in.
All right. I mean, I want to talk about some other things, but I want to get into this story. It's funny to me about LaShawn. The situation. How did that come about? Because all I caught was, you were just on the street and everything. Homeboy just got out.
Yeah.
Told you to get off the block.
Yeah.
How did that come along?
Yeah, shout out to my man. I won't say his government. He's down right now. Well, we was young when this thing happened.
Right.
But basically, December 12th, 1986, my son was born, Corey Jr. And I left the hospital. Me and my man June, shout out Cool June, my man. We had left the hospital, or he left before me because it took a while for her to have a baby. And I came back to the block the next day. And Deshaun, he ran up on me for whatever reason. I don't know, he pulled a pistol out and hit me. I thought he was coming to say congratulations on my son.
Right.
He came, basically hit me with a pistol. I wasn't even strapped. So, I got low and I sat home for 3 days cooking. I was home cooking. My mom was cooking like, yo. Because all you got when you're in the streets is like Scarface say, you're wearing your balls. I don't break them for nobody. That's just what it was when you're in these streets. And so I decided I was gonna murder him. And I ain't tell nobody. I said, I'm gonna kill him. That's just what it was. I had a 25 caliber nickel plated, my first gun that I brought it from a crackhead. You see this? I love it.
I thought you about to pull it out the
You
book.
thought I was
I'm
gonna
like,
pull
wait a
it
minute.
out. Yeah.
We can't be doing that.
That's the gun right there.
Okay.
So I bought my first pistol. And so I had it. I was at my house, and I said, I'm gonna kill this guy. And so I said, I was like so crazy with it that I said, I want to kill him in prime time. I want everybody to see this. Because he disrespected me, and word was going around, because my people was coming to my house like, yo, what you want to do? How you want to handle this? I said, yo, let me get this. I got this. I'm going to figure this out. And so I went down prime time, figured like 5:30, 6 o'clock, rush hour, people getting off the bus from work, whole team out there pitching. And I came down. I'll never forget, I had on the red corduroy jacket, bomber. I had the gun in my pocket, my right pocket. And I came down. Sure enough, as soon as I came down, he ran right up on me. He was like, yo, didn't I tell you can't be in a block? And I pulled a pistol out and put in his chest and pulled the trigger, and the gun didn't go off. So I'm like, damn. And I pulled it again, and the gun didn't get off. After that second, this is quick. This is like milliseconds, like bam, bam. He reached for his gun, and I turned and ran. My gun is jammed. I'm running, and then my man AJ came around the corner. As his fate would happen, my man came around the corner and his caddy like, and saw this dude busting at me, chasing me down the block. And he ran up, he had his gun. So I busted at him and we chased him until he ran into my man Ren house. And my man Ren moms wouldn't let us in. She was like, Booby, they called me Booby back then. She was like, Booby, nah, not at my house, you can't do this. And it was like, yo, come out that house, I'm gonna kill you right now. But he never came out. And you know what's crazy? Like, we still friends to this day. That was like, we was young and crazy in the streets or whatever.
Teenager.
Yeah, we never even discussed that.
Really?
We never ever discussed that, ever. Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, you know, he down in the feds right now. I actually just spoke to him a little while ago, maybe about a month ago, because I was with my man and he called me. I don't know how people calling people from jail, but I got a few friends that's getting calls from jail.
Well,
And,
ways to get around things.
Yeah, he called and then we chopped it up for a minute. But yeah, that's how that story.
Do you think that was the start, as you think of it now, was that the start of the change of you?
Nah, that definitely was the start. I was deep then. I was real deep. The start was my son being born.
Right.
But I was deep. So once my son was born, I knew I was trying to figure out a master plan on how to get up out of there.
Okay.
Because, you know, when you in these streets, ain't nothing but dead or in jail. I saw that movie played so many times, I didn't want to star in it. So I knew I wanted to get up out of there and be there for me. My father left when I was in the 3rd grade, so I needed to be there for my kids.
Okay, cool. So you just decided, you know, to join the military?
Nah, I mean, after leaving, you know, after that whole gun incident, whatever, I was working for the Supreme team.
Right.
And there's the opening of my book is like crazy. I don't know if you talk about it, because we need some of these members to go buy this book. Y'all gotta go get that book once a cop.
No, we're not gonna talk about everything.
Nah, cause that first story is so crazy, and it's not even a full page. It's just like a paragraph.
Right.
But it makes you say, oh man, I gotta turn the page. So that incident right there is, my mom was already move out of the streets, but that incident right there was like, you gotta go now. Cause I was just, so you gotta understand, I was hustling and selling drugs, you know, shot people, did all kind of crazy stuff, but I wasn't trying to be a gangster, like a real gangster. I was just trying to get some money, trying to get some bread, grew up on welfare. So you gotta understand, like, I'm 50 years old almost in a few months, and I've been taking care of myself since 13 years old. I haven't asked anybody to give me anything. I might be like, Dre, let me hold $50, but like, I ain't asked you for no rent money, I ain't asked you for no car payment. I've been taking care of myself. And so, I say that to say, I wasn't really trying, I wasn't trying to get a mansion. I just wanted to eat, stay fly, get some jewelry. You see the pictures, I got 50 pictures in the book.
Yeah, I was looking at those.
You know, get some jewelry, look fly, you know what I'm saying, take the girls wherever. That's just what it was for me and my clique. And then when I went over to the Supreme team, it was so, I didn't realize that this was like a very brutal, violent drug game.
Right.
I didn't know that. The people was disappearing. God bless, you know, I know a few friends, you know, I was working with Supreme team that's gone.
Right.
You know, people was just disappearing. And it was like, yo, I was so deep in it, didn't even realize what was going on.
So do you look at it now and stuff and just say it was a blessing that happened, or your son was born that you was thinking I gotta make a change?
Yeah, well, I always was, my sisters, my mother used to cry every day. I would come, I got a picture in there with a big rope chain, big medallion with 27 diamonds. I remember I came home with that chain, and my sister Angie, God bless her, who just passed away, actually it was Angie, that was like, ooh, mommy, look what Booby got on his neck. And my mother was crying. It was like, you're gonna die, or just somebody gonna kill you. And I was like, nah, I got you. So this before my son is born.
Right.
So I had always wanted to do positive things for her.
Right.
Because she didn't see none of her kids graduate. My 4 older sisters, they didn't graduate high school, so I was the first one. So I wanted to make her happy and proud. And I definitely didn't want her to go on to see me in no dress greens. Not at all. I didn't want to see her going to jail, see me coming to jail.
Right. So how far after that situation happened that you joined the military?
So in the summer, like I said, the opening of the book, there's an ill scene that happened like toward the summer, 87 in the summer. And now, mind you, I told you my son was born December 86. My daughter was born June 87. They 6 months apart. I had a girl in Brooklyn and a girl in Queens. I had 2 kids.
Doing what you do?
In high school, yeah, money, drugs, girls, that all go along. So here I am. Then that incident happened. It's like, yo, I really gotta figure this out. I gotta figure it out. And there was some other things that's like blockbuster incidents that you're gonna see that happened between December and June.
Right.
It was crazy. And so I said, yo, I gotta get out of these streets. And so I went to the Army recruiter on Jamaica Avenue in Queens. Was like, yo, how fast can you get me out of here? This is gonna take me a few months. So I took the test, bust the test out, qualified to be a medical specialist, combat medic. And October 18th, 1987, the middle of the night, like 4 in the morning, the recruiter came to pick me up.
Been there.
Yeah, and I left the street. So it's actually, I'm on my 30th year since I sold a drug, committed a crime, or did everything. I just left in the middle of the night. Nobody even knew. I ain't telling nobody. I just left. I disappeared.
Which is the best thing to do.
Yeah, it ain't really cool, like selling drugs for a notorious drug gang and saying, yo, I'm going to the Army in a couple of months. It don't work like that.
Yeah, no. You can't have no party before you go. No. That's not going to work for you. But you got in, you did your 3 years, and then you went to the police academy right after?
Yeah, I did 3 years and 8 months in the military.
Right.
Came out, and about 6 months after that, I went into the NYPD.
What made you want to decide to go into the NYPD?
Yeah, with the NYPD, actually, you got to back up. So when I was in Andrew Jackson High School in Queens, there was a cop assigned to the school that used to talk to me all the time.
Okay.
He knew I was selling drugs. He knew I was slinging. And he used to be like, yo, man, you could change your life. It's a good job. Good job, good benefits, take care of your family. But, I was hardcore, like, punk-ass police. Nobody want to be no punk-ass police. But in the back of my mind, because the way I was raised with morals, values, Sunday school, church, and all of that, I was in the streets because that's what I had to do. But I didn't want to do it. And it's funny because I look, I'm an advocate. I go around the country speaking this.
Right.
And I look around. And, I'm one of the biggest persons in policing talking about legalized marijuana. That's the thing that I'm doing now. And I look and say that if you take all of these kids out there selling drugs in communities around, and you train them to open up a dispensary, like guys don't want to sell drugs. Yeah, well, that's what you gotta do. It's like if you're in the jungle, you're a wolf. They gotta eat. They're gonna eat.
Okay, I wanted to jump on that on the second half, but
yeah.
Don't you think that even if they legalize it, I think there should be a dispensary. I definitely believe in that. Do you believe that people still gonna find a way to, do it illegally?
Nah, what they gonna do? It says all you gotta do compare marijuana to liquor. Prohibition. Once they got rid of prohibition, they open up liquor stores. Now you know any bootleggers? I know a couple of bootleggers.
Yeah, I do. I know a couple myself.
But you know a couple.
Yeah.
I know 1 or 2 bootleggers. I could go if I need some liquor at 4 in the morning. I know where to go.
Yeah.
But that's a
put
handful.
my people on the spot.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's a handful. The same gonna be with marijuana. But
I see that thought
think about
process
this.
on that.
If I could go into the store and buy a pound of weed, why I'm gonna go around the corner in a dark alley with somebody who I don't know to cut it because it's gonna be $50 less, and there's a chance that I might get robbed. It's the same as liquor. I promise you.
I understand that, and I agree with you too.
I just left Colorado. speaking at the Minority Cannabis Association. They sent me down to speak at the convention. I was down in Denver. It's out of control. It's dispensaries all over the place. It's not like people smoking weed all outside. It's not. They actually have clubs. Like we got clubs in Manhattan.
Smoke shops in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I know about that.
And that's what it should be.
And that's just what it is. So the drug dealer, I don't even know if they're gonna make money. They're gonna have to be real, because if you go into the dispensary, you buy a joint for whatever, $6, they gotta sell it for $2.
Yeah,
They ain't gonna make no money.
joint.
So the drug dealers gonna try to open up their own, the ones that are legal with no record.
But the other, we don't have enough time, but we not in the business. We meaning Black Hispanics. Even in Colorado, only 1% of the marijuana dispensaries is owned by blacks. And that's
That I
only
know.
2 people. So we not even in it, but I don't know if you just saw, it's my business, this is what I do. So in Massachusetts, they're training people now. In Maine, actually, they're training people that's like former drug dealers to learn how to open dispensaries.
I mean, my thing is, if you can, don't let number 45 get a hold of it, but if you can make it legal and it's done the right way, I'm all for it. For my personally, I don't do it, but anymore. But I definitely understand, like, if things can be controlled the right way, because I hate when some people are just going to go and find another way to make their own money on the side, which is going to happen, just like you said, like
but
with the
Dre, you
bootleg and
gotta
stuff.
stop that. That's what the white people want us to say. Nah, listen. The millions and hundreds of millions of dollars is being made by them, and we want to make this excuse. Nah, listen. 9 states already legalized. 9 states already legalized. 9 already, and you got 5 more getting ready to come on board. New York, we have to do it. That's it. We're locking up too many black and brown people. Over the last 14 years, 750,000 people in New York City been arrested for just a mere possession or smoking the weed in public. That's ludicrous. That's 750,000 people can't get a federal loan, can't go into the military. All of this stuff, they box us in. We're not trying to defend what they're doing to us. Because you know what? All studies have shown 33% of blacks smoke marijuana, 33% of Hispanics smoke it, and 29% of white smoking, and 2 or 3 is Asians and Indians. It's all the same. But when you look at the arrests, 87%
That I agree with you.
are minorities. So let's stop the nonsense. We ain't giving them no excuse. Open the floodgates. Let the weed go. Because just think about it. If you legalize it, do you think that, like, if it's 1 million people in New York City smoke weed and they legalize it, do you think it's going to be like 5 million people going to smoke? Because if you smoke, you smoke. If you don't smoke, you ain't smoking. Just think of it, might be a few more people might smoke, but it's not going to be like everybody running around smoking. The people that smoke, they're going to smoke.
Well, I look at it like this. I mean, I totally agree with you. And I also look at it like this. It does need to happen. Believe it or not, I can say, because we have this discussion all the time.
Yes, we do.
And it does need to happen. My thought process, I think liquor is worse than
Exactly.
marijuana. I think that because, for me and stuff, I say do it and let's see what happens.
Nah, I say do it. I actually say legalize drugs. Just legalize. So I'm a spokesperson, one of the spokesperson for an organization called Elite Law Enforcement Action Partnership, and we go around the country. It's like 180 of us, and we speak on. We're like, our mindset is legalize drugs. It's not a cop issue. It's a medical issue.
Right.
Like in Canada, they actually have safe places where if you want to shoot heroin, they got a spot. You go ahead, they give you clean needles, give you everything. So that you can take your baby to the park. So at your park, you got a needle there. Nah, but you got safe spaces where you want to shoot, they're letting you shoot. But they're gonna make sure you ain't passing no diseases around. Like, we gotta get with the times. We gotta change. We've been doing this war on drugs since Reagan. You know how long the war on drugs, man? And what has it done? Nothing but lock black and brown people up forever. That's why they got rid of the Rockefeller law. We gotta stop it. Legalize. The only person, when you smoking marijuana, only person, I was a cop for 21 years. I was kind of a big deal in the police, and I was an executive in one of the most violent precincts in the city of New York. And I can't tell you one crime that marijuana was the aggravating factor. Meaning that when we investigated the homicide, he killed him because he smoked, he was high. Nah, I can tell you about a crackhead who killed somebody. We know he did because he was high. I tell you about somebody that was on heroin who got up and needed his fix, and he gonna rob everything moving because he need that hit. Somebody smoking marijuana, they just want some munchies. They want to go to sleep.
But okay, I understand what you're talking about the marijuana, but a few seconds ago you just said legalize drugs. Do you mean legalize drugs altogether?
Regulate them. Just regulate them. You gotta regulate them. So just all I'm saying is, you're locking up these drug dealers. People still gonna find a way to get drugs.
That I agree with you. Yeah.
People gonna still find a way. If you,
All it is gonna be
that.
somebody else is gonna fill that
That's
spot.
somebody gonna fill that spot.
Yeah, I give
when
you
you
that.
regulate it, if you could walk into a candy store and get a bag of heroin, you're not gonna rob nobody. Like all these other indicators are gonna drop down. The robberies, the burglaries, all of that. And also, but you also gotta have another component to like help people. Counseling.
Okay, yes.
Open up,
Okay.
because it's a medical issue. Drug is a medical issue. It's not a police issue. We can't arrest our way out of drugs, which we've been doing forever.
Right.
You're trying to arrest your way out of drugs. It's not gonna happen.
Right. And
Think about it. I got caught with 300 vials of crack. You didn't get up to that part. I got to re-up 300 vials of crack. Probably
wasn't
at 84, 85. No, we wasn't convicted. We was paying them $15,000 a week. The cop gave me the drugs back and was like, yo, tell your boss I did him a favor. 300 vials of crack, that's like 84, 85. I'm still in jail. Rockefeller laws, I'm still in jail. Now look what I've become. Very successful person, few degrees, executive in the biggest police department
Well, you
in the
know-
world. We're given a chance.
out of everything I read, it was important that you was in that position because you looked at things a totally different way.
Oh, yeah.
You looked at it as, what can I do to help, to show them that, these young men are positive people. They're just in a situation.
Yeah,
you know.
because you can't send me in no black community in America and I won't be successful. I already know the whole plight.
Right, exactly.
Especially from the side, the grimy side, I've been there. I ate mayonnaise sandwiches. I opened the refrigerator with roaches running out. I heard mice in the middle of the night. I know that lifestyle. Water cut off, no lights, no gas. Been there, done that.
Right.
Stuck people up, shot people, sold drugs. Whatever you want to put on the list in the hood, I did it.
You know what I find amazing as I was reading? You did all this stuff, and you was very truthful about it,
Yeah.
and you still became a cop.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, one of the things that will prevent you from being a cop is being convicted of a felony.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I didn't want PD hats. There was so much backlash when I said I was going to write this book.
Right.
It's because they said, oh, you lied. And I said, well, nobody asked me if I ever sold drugs. So I answered all the questions truthful to the best of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, excuse me, investigator, let me just tell you, I shot somebody. I forgot to tell you that. Oh, I work for the Supreme Team. Oh, I know the guy that killed a cop. No, you didn't ask me that, so I'm not going to volunteer, especially I'm trying to fix my life.
Mm-hmm.
I got 2 kids, and I already, everything is a hustle for me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, I hustled in the street, successful. Hustled in the army, successful. Hustled police, now I'm hustling books. So once I turn the corner, I don't care about no police no more. I ain't worried about no punk police. I don't deal with that no more. Right now, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an author of a book, ready to write another book, shooting a movie, got a movie deal. That's what I'm focused on right now.
Yeah,
so
but
it was easy for me to turn the corner.
Right, because you was a deputy inspector.
Yes.
I mean, not just a regular beat cop and
Right.
stuff or a detective. You was a deputy inspector.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
remember.
I ended that way, but I did the whole beat cop. I did all
Right,
that.
I mean, well, you had to work yourself out there,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
seemed like
yeah.
it was done pretty quick.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I rose to the top real quick.
Yeah, and I think that happens because you knew how to handle. You was like the inside man. That's why I like
Nah, it really wasn't that. So for me, it was just, again, once I turned the corner and said, I'm done. There's another story in the book. Me and my partner pulled somebody off. I forgot how much he had. Maybe $25,000, $30,000 in the duffel bag in the back of the car. And we pulled him over. I actually just got off the phone with my partner, Bobby. What up? He might be listening. White guy, Italian guy. So he was on that side, I was on this. I said, yo, what's in the bag? He said, I don't know, it's yours. Opened the bag, bunch of money. Then my partner looked at me and he was like, gave me the look. And I said, nah, get your ass out the car. We locking him up, taking a pre. So I knew right then I had turned the corner. So I'm doing the math really quick. $30,000 split between me and him, 15. I'm making $35,000 a year times 20. I might make about $2.1 million. The math didn't work. And it's gonna be embarrassing. I'm with my wife and kids. I'm done. The math didn't work.
Right.
for the short money.
Right.
It
Okay.
didn't work. Now
It'd have been fun for that quick second.
it would have been real fun. Now if he had about 100 million, I probably would have did it.
I
For
think
100
you and I.
million.
I think you and I'd have been chilling then. Yeah.
And even if I got caught, I had to tell them when they arrested me, guys, you sent me with 100 million. There's no way I can say no.
Well, that
For
reminds
15,000.
That reminds me of
wasn't
like
no money.
cops. You know, even a little bit before that, because I think about American Gangster with Denzel Washington. I think about that. Those like every cop was on the take then.
But that was the times. Yeah, in the 80s, well, you know about the move to 7-5 precinct and all of that. That was the time. So it is what it is. Everybody was getting money. That's why you see all these old time cops. They live out in Dixie. They got all these mansions. They was making like $20,000. I don't know how they got all these big, these
Well,
$700-800
that happens a lot.
million.
That happened a lot though.
Yeah,
So
but that just was the time. So you got to change with the time. We've changed with the time. You know, they had several commissions, Milan commissions, NAP commissions and stuff to put cops on top. They changed the whole internal affairs division and everything. I actually just interviewed for C-SPAN TV. They called me to interview the former chief of internal affairs. I just did that interview. Yeah,
you
so
just
they
did that. That's
changed.
gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it was real good because he was my boss, and I ended up interviewing him, so it was kind of cool.
All right.
Yeah.
And I saw an interview. I love Trevor Noah. I love him. He's a beast. Hilarious, but he's a beast and stuff. And I saw that. That was the first interview I saw. And that would make me wanted to see more. And I'm sitting there like, this is too short. I need a lot more information and stuff. I mean, I'm sitting there waiting for a whole long thing. It was like, what, a 15-minute interview that they showed on TV.
Yeah, but the TV world, that's a long time. You got to understand. So it was great for me because my book, he brought me on the day that the book dropped. So that was real nice. The day that the book dropped, he brought me on. And it was cool. That week it was me, it was T.I. It was like 4 or 5 hours. So it was nice for him to put me on. You know, because of that interview, it just opened a floodgates to a whole bunch of other interviews.
Right,
You know,
'cause
I've
you was
done
like-
the whole circuit.
Yeah,
and,
Daily News,
Also,
talks,
I
all that stuff.
got a movie deal because of that. My director and producer seeing that.
All right, shout out to Trevor Noah.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dude's
my
a beast
man.
anyway.
Trevor's
Make
a
sure you
beast.
get Trevor Noah's book as well.
Yes, we have the same book agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to step up my game.
Shout out to Foundry Literary and Media. Yes, Peter.
I got to step up my game. Now, what was, when you decided to write this book, what was some of the backlash that, I mean, did they know before you started writing it, or did they know, they found out after you wrote it?
Nobody knew. Well, basically, I wanted to write a book ever since I became a cop because I knew what I was doing was some crazy shit that nobody else have done.
Right.
Because the NYPD is the biggest police department in the country, and I know everybody at the top, and I knew none of them had a lifestyle like me. You know, so I knew what people don't know, the backdrop to myself. They probably heard me on interviews. Is I kept a journal. So when I got my book deal, like, so I sit down with like the top 10 publishers in the world. Simon & Schuster, Random House. Shout out Simon & Schuster, they signed me to the deal. Random House, all the publishers, they came into the conference room in my book agent's office, and it was 10 or 15 date books, you know, the red date books, 1991, whatever, all the date. They was like, what's those books? It was like, those his journals. I was like, he been writing in those books? I said, yeah. And so that was one of the keys for me getting my book deal, because everything is authentic in the book. It wasn't
already
like
there.
sitting around making it up. I couldn't get all those date books from all those years and start writing in them. And so they was very impressed that I wrote this stuff out. I wrote it. So every single story that I wrote in this book is in my journal and fact checked.
Did you get everything in there? Because
No.
Yeah, because I know it's enough for a part 2.
Oh, definitely. You know, people write memoirs when they're like 80-something years old, not 45, so it is what it is.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of more to my life that I need to do.
Okay.
But this was good for...
Who was the first person you told that was a cop or on the force that you was writing this book?
Probably my driver. Yeah, probably my driver. Shout out E. Yeah.
And what was the response? Well, I'm kind of, you know, being that
Nah, that's my man. He's from the hood.
Right.
So
That's
he
why I'm
know
looking
what
at
it
this
is.
stuff.
He already knew my story.
Right.
It's my man.
Okay.
So my driver, my secretary, and my right-hand man, who was my lieutenant, like, they already knew my story. They knew. So I got injured, and I basically brought my laptop. I wrote my own story. People don't know. There ain't no ghostwriter on there, people. There's no ghostwriter. I wrote my own story.
People been called out.
Yeah, and there ain't no ghostwriter here. But it's cool. Ghostwriting is, you know, because when I wrote my book, I basically had 265 pages. again, same with the journals, dropped it here. But if you read my transcript, you might be asleep on page 3. So once I signed a deal, they brought in a New York Times bestselling author to like fix it up,
Tighten
to
it
make
up.
it, to make it flow. You know, I just was like, I was born in 1968, I retired 2013, you know, from A to B, which that's really not a book. You gotta like
Right.
spice it up, move it around, and stuff like that. But I wrote my entire book.
Okay. He's not playing music, so I know he got questions.
Yeah.
He's not because he stopped DJ. He started listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening because, you know.
Let's go.
Yeah, we good.
All right, man. You know, because I know when he's listening, he's focused.
That's good.
When he stops playing the music, he's focused. So definitely shout out to DJ Sure Enough there. Now, like when you got off the force and everything, it wasn't the way they was trying to discredit you.
Actually,
sense.
no. Actually, when I got off the force, I had a party. It was like 700 people at the party, the chief of department, everybody. So about a year after that, 2 years after that, when I decided to write my book, that's when that backlash came.
Right.
When I retired, you know, I was the best thing since Swiss cheese. They loved me. They loved me. Everybody loved me.
Right.
Then I decided to tell my story. Because you got to understand, people want you, meaning black people, to be stuck in a box. I sold drugs from the age of 13 to 18. I'm almost 50 years old. They want to erase 45 years of my life. Like, you sold drugs, that's it. You boxed into that, that's it. What are you talking about? I was a professor for 6 years. I got a master's degree from St. John's University. I went to Columbia University. Also got a bachelor's. What are you talking about? They don't want to hear that. They just want to know, I sold drugs, I shot somebody, I carried guns, I did all. Nah, I was a misguided young teenager that actually changed his life and became very successful. So they can't take that from me. So anytime the naysayers come out, so you notice when they found out I was going to write my book, they put me on the front page of that
Right.
newspaper in New York City, calling me a thug cop, all kind of crazy stuff. But if you look at the day my book dropped, the Daily News did a 2-page spread on me. You didn't hear anything from that other newspaper or any of the naysayers because I answered all the questions.
Right, I
wrote
read
my
that.
story. Once I wrote my story, all of the people, I don't hear them. Where they at? I'm still looking for them. Where they at? And when this movie dropped, oh man, where they at?
But when you decided to put on the interview part and stuff, like, me and my DJ, we're ready.
Sure enough. Exactly.
You already know. You already know.
Exactly.
But you know, it's crazy and stuff because you know, like you've done so much, you know, for the department. You know, you try to start a lot of programs and stuff and everything.
I started a lot.
Yeah.
But I've been used to this. That's the racist white cops. That's the racist Pat Lynch, PBA president. That's what they do. Listen, I worked. There's a lot of professions that's racist, but it ain't nothing like the police department. Because remember, the police department is the gatekeepers of the criminal justice system. They got the right to put you in jail, take your liberty from you. So they got a tremendous amount of power. You talking about somebody 19, 20 years old, living at his mama house, and they gave him a gun and a shield. And then you 30, 35 years old, work for UPS, 15, 16 years, you grown man, you got a wife and 2 kids. You got this little snotty-nosed punk talking to you in your kind of way. So you might mouth off back at him like, yo, who you think you're talking to? He gonna put the cuffs on you, lock you up for disorderly conduct.
Right.
You might lose your job. So I dealt with that for 21 years.
Yeah.
Now,
I think
but
it's a big
put
mental.
I put them in their place, though.
Right.
I didn't even play games with them at all. I knew it was a racist profession. I'm first generation. You know, I'm talking working with people that was 2-3 generations. So they're getting information from their grandfather that was a cop in the 1940s, who doesn't even know black people in policing.
Right.
Or their great-grandfather who was doing slave patrols, because that's what policing started up. Started as slave patrol catching slaves.
Okay.
That's the facts. So, you know, I knew what I was dealing with, but I ain't played no games with them. And a lot of them was cool. But a lot of them, like, they really racist.
You know, like, you know, with everything you're saying now, then I want to think about something you said on Trevor Noah. Like, there are a lot of good cops on the force.
Yeah.
But one thing, you said like 90 to 95% are good. It's that 10 to 5% that needs to be policed.
That's right.
Right. And they're not being addressed the correct way. And leadership starts at the top.
That's right.
And one thing you said, like, you always told them, like, when you go into my community, you treat those people right.
That's right.
That's one thing that you stress. Can you go more in detail with that for me?
Yeah, I mean, because I always worked in black communities for the most part, except for Astoria, Queens, is the Greek neighborhood where I started out, and one side of that is black and one side is white. But so I was very comfortable, and I saw things that the police was doing. So there's nothing like having power. So when you put me, I always like to say, if you give me a bottle of juice, I'm drinking it. I ain't putting it in the refrigerator. And I equate that to when I was in power, so I was gonna make sure that people was gonna do exactly how I told them to police in my community. It wasn't gonna be no more, we just gonna lock people up to get numbers. Nah, we ain't doing that. Ain't gonna be no planting something on somebody, because you gotta deal with the attitude adjuster, and that's me. I was the attitude adjuster. So you don't have to like me, I just need you to do your job.
Right.
And I know some of them probably didn't like me, because I was different. I was policing unusual. Tattoo, Diddy Bop, hip hop. I'm pulling up and work with hip hop, blasting in my car and stuff. I was just different. You gotta understand, I was so different than everybody else. Like, I had to wear a suit and tie every single day to work. But like a white commander could come to work with jeans, look like you with jeans or Adidas suit. But if I did this, they go crazy, because I look a little different.
Right.
And so I had to make sure, because I knew the layout of the land. Just for instance, when I was commanding officer PSA 2, I had all the projects in East New York, Brownsville, and Crown Heights. I would have to tell my cops, because they want to lock everybody up. I said, you see the guy doing pull-ups over there? That's his gym. Like you got in your backyard. That's his gym. You see them sitting over there on the benches? It's after 8. Yeah, I know it's after 8. They ain't supposed to sit there, but that's your picnic section in your backyard. Where they gonna go? It's 90 degrees. It's 110 in the corner. Give them a break. It's all right. So I had to recondition their minds, letting them know. Like, we would walk around, like I always talk about, it'd be barbecues. Like, they have family days in the projects. So we walk around, they'd be barbecuing. I'd be like, yo, put a turkey burger on there for me, man, give me some cheese. And the cops would be like, ew, you gonna eat that? And I'd be like, yeah, look at all these people fainting from the food. Like, these cops, they was wired differently. Yeah. They would never eat that. And sometimes I didn't want to eat it, but it was like, yo, wrap it up. It wasn't about eating it. It was about letting them know, yo, I ain't no better than you.
There are a lot of, my prime example, last year, Winders Day. Last year, a lot of people was like, there was a lot of tension going around because some stuff that happened or whatever. But one thing that I just thought was cool, there was a fight broke out. And we automatically thought, like, this is gonna be a wrap. We having a great time, the kids are playing, or you're gonna have those ignorant people that's gonna wanna, mess it up. Fight broke out or whatever, cops broke it out real quick and got him out of there. And the cop said, he said to us, like, look, I need for y'all to make an announcement. Have everybody calm down. We don't want to shut this down because everybody's having too much of a good time. And we are too. Right. So just make that announcement, please. And that was it.
But that's all that's what policing is about.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, is give or take. Because think about it, a cop ain't got the answer to everything. You gotta understand, a cop is a doctor. When somebody get hurt, he gotta fix them. Somebody need advice, he gotta give them lawyer advice. Cat in the tree, he ASPCA, he gotta come get it. No, I'm telling you.
No, when you think about it, that's what it is.
They call cops for everything.
Right.
They call cops for everything, and nobody knows all of that stuff.
You gotta be a social worker.
You gotta be everything.
A
domestic
doctor.
violence.
Yeah.
You 20 years old, you never had a relationship. Now you gonna fix this domestic violence.
You're right. I'm gonna give you that one.
No, it's facts.
Yeah, I have nothing against
that's
that.
That's what I used to have to do. I had to pull layers off my cops just like that to let them know, like, yo. So the best weapon a cop got is this right here, his mouth. If you don't know verbal judo, if you can't talk to somebody, like you go to the scene, for instance, I always say this, like 2 white cops come to the scene in a black neighborhood, 5 cops, 5 guys on the corner, they tell them to move and one. They're like, yo, son, leave me alone. Cop get pissed off, I'm not your fucking son. He not calling you his son, that's the lingo, that's how they talk. So if you don't know the lay of land, you're gonna have some problems out there. If you put me in the Asian community, downtown Chinatown in Manhattan, I'm gonna have some problems there. Unless you train me up.
Right.
I need to know the customs.
See, that's another, you said that a few times. A lot of times that I've read like different interviews, it's like, it's very important to train not only on what to do, but train the person's mind.
Yes.
And I've heard you say that a lot in your interviews and stuff. So I think that's really deep on even making things go the right way. And I think that's why you lasted so long in the way you did, because it was all about the community, but it was about the cops as well and stuff. Come home safe, but know how to talk to people.
Right.
Everybody's not a criminal. Just because they look like it or whatever, could be the smartest person, could be Bill Gates' right-hand man, or it could be somebody. I mean, I've seen people get arrested and they own businesses just because they look one way, like the people that the young men in Starbucks. These guys are like educated brothers, and they got got a situation.
Overzealous cops. You have overzealous cops.
Yeah. So I definitely agree with that.
Land. And if you don't know how to communicate and talk to people, I always tell cops, you got to be prepared to get punched in the face. You might get punched in the face. What are you gonna do? I got punched in the face. Read the book. Got knocked out. I ain't shoot him. He went to the hospital. He didn't get shot. If he didn't get shot, like if you're not prepared to get punched in the face, cursed out, spit at, you don't even need to be a cop. Because it's not TV. Remember, policing, I always tell people, it's not 40 minutes and 20-minute commercials. It's real.
Yeah, it is real out there. I definitely agree with you.
It's real. And you never know when it's going to go left.
I have a few family members who retired from the police department and stuff, and the stories they tell me, I'm like, oh, ooh. They were like, hey, we did what we had to do.
My daughter's a cop. My nephew's a cop. They're in NYPD. But just like I tell them, treat everybody with respect. And just try to
that would go a long way.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go on a quick break here. We got my man Corey Pegues. I said it right? I don't know why I keep saying it. I think it's in my mind. It's in my mind. I'm saying it wrong. We're talking about Once a Cop. There's a lot more stuff we're going to talk about, but we're going to let my man DJ Sure Enough rock out for a little bit. We don't know what he's playing.
Sure enough.
Let's go, baby. Make sure everything's good over there. We good over there?
You already know.
We already know?
Yes, sir.
All right, then do your thing. We'll be back. Dollar Bill's in the building.
Yeah.
Lord God, where you at?
you can see who's in it. Oh, if we're talking about sex, girl, you know that I invented that. And I'm on to the next. That's unless you bring a friend who with it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you mad that I came to the party? Like, no, no, no. I took your girl to the club and now she gone. Now she asking me when I'm taking her home. I told her let's go, long as you know, 'cause I know when we get alone. I'm touching you tonight. I'm loving you tonight. I'm fucking you, girl. You must be used to spending within that time. Touching, loving, fucking, can't make up my mind.
Let me dub, every man. Come back again. Y'all mind walking with us for a second? Talk to him.
Tell me what you see when I pass by. A shadow, a cloud, or a light in the sky. Am I getting it wrong or am I getting it right? Well, all I can take is one step at a time. Look at me, I'm trying every day. I fall down, make mistakes, get back up
Let's go.
again. Next time that you see me, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking.
Grown and sexy.
I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking.
Show enough.
I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. Some people say walking takes too long, but I say when walking you can't go wrong. Why should you rush your way through life? You won't get very far running all the time.
Let's pretend for one night I'm the man in your life, and we do the things that lovers do. All the love and you like, I give it to you just right. There's nothing less than special when it comes to you. See, what we have is an understanding that works so well for how we are. 'Cause neither of us has the heart to fall in love over again.
DJ showed up, ain't no one-dimensional DJ.
Understand what you're saying.
I plays it all.
But I just got out of a situation.
Don't get it twisted.
And I ain't really trying to get into anything serious.
But we do have a grown and sexy crowd.
Chill.
On the check-in. Let's go.
Let's pretend for one night I'm the man in your life, and we do the things that lovers do. All the love and you like, I give it to you just right. There's nothing less than special when it comes to you. See, what we have is an understanding that works so well for how we are. 'Cause neither of us has the heart to fall in love all over again. No, no, my girl, but it's just that.
I'm glad this week is over. I need to get away. Go home and throw my clothes on. Come get you right away. Can't wait to see you looking lovely. I hope you're thinking of me. 'Cause all I want is time with you and don't need nothing more. So
kiss. Miss the way you wear them heels and make it switch. Miss the way your hair blows in the wind. And I miss you staying here till the morning. Miss the way you put on your makeup. It's the way you love me too much. It's everything about you, baby. Wanna know where you've been lately. Do you go out? Do you still live at your old house? Do you got somebody new in your life? Cause I can't get you out of my mind. And I wanna erase.
Turn up, brothers.
I've seen your face.
Shout out DJ Stitches.
Replace you with. Why can't I get over?
We about to take y'all back. Let's go.
I wonder if she could tell I'm hard right now. Yeah. Come on. Dance for me, baby. Yeah. Uh-oh. You feel that? All right. Come on. Don't stop now. You done did it. Come on. Yeah. All right. Hold up. Baby, when we're crying, that's right. I get so excited. Oh, how I like it. I try, but I can't find it. Yeah. Oh, you're dancing real close. Plus it's real slow. You know what you're doing, don't you? You're making it hard for me.
Dre's House TV, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Wednesday and Friday nights. #1 internet radio show. Let's go.
Hoping we can chill again, sorta like we used to do. Cause you know it's overdue. Maybe we can, if you ain't got other plans. I know something we can do. Girl, you know it's overdue. Last time I saw ya, we were together. Do you remember times that we shared? Cause I still remember your simple pleasures, the way you move and the way that you dance. It's been too long, much too long, and I can't get you off my mind. Yeah, let's move like old times. Hit me up if it's alright.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, TuneIn Radio. That's just how we do. Dre's House TV. We gonna do it like this. Come on.
All you got to do is walk away and pass me by. Don't acknowledge my smile.
War Room Jeep Mix.
I try to say hello to you, yeah.
Check it out.
And all you got to do is not answer my calls when I'm trying to get through. Keep me wondering why, when all I can do is sigh.
We gonna take it back. When everybody had them systems in their Jeep.
I just wanna touch and
turn up the bass.
And I wish that you could be with me, girl.
Show Enough.
Tonight, you give me, 'cause you give me butterflies inside and
War Room Mix.
all I got to say is that I must be dreaming, can't be real. You're not here with me.
Shout out Pimp Mike.
See what I can will you need to me.
Shout out DJ Rockin' K.
I caress you, let you taste us just so blissful. Listen,
Shout out Face Off.
can you anything, baby?
Money Marv.
Just make my dreams
Sunday night, 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. Let's go, y'all.
you give me butterflies. Say, baby, you tonight now, you give me, 'cause you give me butterflies inside and night.
That's just what we do? Is that what we do?
That's what we do.
Do I have to bring it back?
Yo, I don't like the fact that you bringing me in.
You don't like the fact that I'm bringing you in?
You caught me off guard there, bro.
You told me a certain amount of time.
I do apologize and stuff. We was over here politicking. All right, but you know, that's what we doing. As you know, I got my man Corey Pegues over here, author of Once a Cop. Share y'all too, Once a Cop. It's a dope book, and I'm not understanding these tabs though, but
Yeah, the tabs is crazy. Well, that's what, I do readings. So depending on where I'm at, I don't like to do the same reading, so I'll switch it up, or I'll do 2 or 3 different readings at a place.
Right. Because
I can read something for the people if you want me to read something.
Yeah, because this is gonna be interesting, man. This keeps sticking out to me.
What? The toothpaste? You like the toothpaste?
What is this about? Hold on, break that down, sure enough. We're gonna have him read a part of this book right here. Cause it was this thing, I kept looking at it and for some reason that was sticking out.
So I'll read a little fast.
All right, give us a little taste of it.
So the place where sergeants have the most authority is in the role of desk sergeant. All the sergeants rotate through that position. You sit at the big desk in front of the precinct when you're administrator for the shift. The arrests and complaints that come in, you enter them in a logbook and have final approval of what goes through. When you sign off on arrest, one of the things you have to do is make sure the crime being charged is what really happened. Crime classification is a big deal, and under comp status being even more important because everyone is trying to make numbers. Late one night, I was on the desk, and an officer from anti-crime came in with his 20-something-year-old black guy in handcuffs. Anti-crime cops are tasked with getting illegal guns and making major felony arrests. They actually can't make misdemeanor arrests. That's part of their mandate.
I'm breathing on the microphone.
So this cop came in with the perp, and I said, yo, what you got? It's a robbery from Rite Aid on Broadway. What happened? Theft of property, he said. Then he put a tube of toothpaste up on the desk. So I'll tell you the rest. So he came in with a guy with a tube of toothpaste. So I already knew he was charged with robbery. I already knew the guy took the toothpaste, and as he was exiting the location, he pushed the security guard down and left. I knew that from being a cop. I already knew what that was. So it was a trumped up robbery where it really was a larceny. It's a petty larceny.
Right.
And they tried to make a robbery out of that. So I ended up calling in. Me and the sergeant, I was a sergeant. His sergeant was out there who verified the rest. So sergeant against sergeant. And I'm like, do I need to get the captain on this? Because I'm quite sure the captain don't want to go downtown and stand up and say that his anti-crime cops who are in charge of street robberies, burglaries, stolen cars, and guns are coming in with somebody with a tube of toothpaste. So we went neck and neck, and I called down to the district attorney's office to make sure that they in fact charged that kid with petty larceny.
Okay.
So that's one of the some of the things I used to do to help out. That was just me. Somebody else would have just put him through the system for the robbery. But knowing I already know the district attorney in Brooklyn, New York, this is in Bed-Stuy. This is the mid-90s. Shootings, robberies, it's off the chain. It's crazy out there.
Right.
The district attorney, Charles Hines in Brooklyn, is not putting a robbery through the system for toothpaste. They're going to knock it down anyway. But what people don't realize is the cops don't care what the DA knock it down to. What they lock you up for goes on their record. So they say they locked you up for a robbery.
Right, and it gives them points.
It gives them points.
Right.
See, I got all the inside information in this book. Once a cop, the street, the law, two worlds, one man.
Okay, I don't want you young people reading this book and think that you know how to get over and stuff. My whole thing is
You ain't getting
just
over.
don't do
I'm
it.
giving you but I'm giving you real world facts. My main thing is telling you I don't want you committing crimes, but you also need to know how this whole police community relationship work and what really supposed to happen in policing when you get arrested.
Now this question was asked to me. You ain't gotta hide. They're sponsored.
I didn't know.
We're looking at this crazy cowboy lager from Arizona Iced Tea, and we've been scared to drink this.
I'm drinking it. I'm drinking that lager. I'm gonna figure this out. We drinking it.
Okay. All right, I saw that car out there. Just give me the keys.
It's all right. We got insurance.
No, but a person asked me today and stuff like, if you, and this is the way they said it, if you're going to commit crimes, educate yourself. You know, because to me, there's a lot of people, and I put them in your area, there's a lot of people who has like lost hopes, false hopes. Times are hard and they got to do what they got to do. I've seen people who just go into like Walmart and they stealing because you got to feed the family. Everything is just going bad for you. Everybody's been to a desperate measure before. You know, and nobody can say that they have not unless they got that silver spoon. You know, but like you said, like he was doing petty larceny. The young man was doing petty larceny, and they was trying to make it bigger than what it was. Right. So, you know, I see where a lot of cops pull people over and everything. And one thing I learned, and then I try to teach a lot of kids is, don't be acting crazy or whatever. If you know your rights, you know, just know your rights. You don't have to show ID. You don't have to do this. But at the same time, if you committed a crime, you know, own up to what you did. You know, and I think there's a lot of people do stuff and everything. And I see it all the time, white and black. Like you know, there's a lot of white people feel privileged that they shouldn't be stopped. A lot of black people, they use it as an excuse not to get, you know, pulled over, whatever and stuff. I'm a firm believer, if you did the crime, admit to what you did. But if you didn't do what you did, know your rights. And I'm telling people, black, white, whatever color it is, know your rights, because like you said, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. And when in your time, you was like, you knew it was a numbers game, but you know, if you treat a person, you come up like, you know, I pulled you over. No, like you didn't make the signal when you made the right stuff. Next thing you know, you done escalated to now you are resisting arrest for that, you know. So first thing, always be calm. You know, and this is me talking. Always be calm. Know your rights. If you're wrong, accept what you did. But if you're not wrong, stay strong to what you know, for what you did. But in the process of explaining, there's no reason for anybody to be getting out, you know, face, you know, disrespecting the cop disrespecting you. What is your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts is, well, I'm not going to tell anybody, even if you commit a crime, we got this thing in America where they talk about every day is the Constitution. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. The onus is on the cop to prove your guilt or the district attorney. So I'm not telling anybody to admit anything. But I'm telling young brothers and sisters is, you get stopped by the police, keep your mouth shut. Name, address, date of birth. That's all. Name, address, date of birth. My kid, you know, I got a teenage son, he know the drill. They gonna beat him, they gonna knock his eyes out. He ain't saying nothing but name, address, date of birth, even if he did something.
I thought you didn't even have to give him that.
No, well, I'm just saying at a minimum, name, address, date of birth. Because if you don't give them anything now, they're bringing you in because they can't identify you.
Right.
Just to identify you. Name, address, date of birth. I want a lawyer. That's what I'm telling people to do.
Right. I mean, which is smart. It's
even
smart.
Because you gotta understand, cops are paid and trained professionals to make you start saying all kind of crazy stuff. That you know, when you don't have a glass of water or some food for 15, 16, 17 hours, you start saying a whole lot of stuff.
Well, there's a lot of cops that you can't even advance unless you have like a degree in like sociology or something like that.
Nah, cops can advance. I'm
just going by what I've seen. And stuff.
No, I'm telling you from what I know. And the NYPD, you know, we have our own. NYPD is kind of hard to compare to like a Nassau County. They only have a few thousand cops. We have 40,000. So it's a Fortune 100 company in terms of, you know, I was running a precinct. It was like I had a budget of $23 million, talking about personnel, salaries, cars, pencils, pens, computers, you know. $23 million, they don't have that out here. So the budget, it's a lot different.
Right.
It's a lot different, but we have a whole litany of training. We have a whole training bureau where we train people up. So you don't need a degree, you just need to be able to read, write, recite, gather information, and make sure you regurgitate it out and acquiesce to, the education. So.
Okay. Now,
Policing is not rocket science. Just remember that. Just remember, policing is not rocket science. Because if it was rocket science, we wouldn't need cops. It would be all rocket science. Everybody.
I give you that.
Just think about that. People put police on such a just high level, granted, because they protect, serve, first to enter. Like if somebody come in this building right now and start shooting, if I was a cop, I'm supposed to go and stop that threat. You don't have to. So we give them that. But we gotta stop putting them so high holy like they're human beings. If you cut a cop, I guarantee you red is gonna come out.
Right. And I agree with you on that because, and I can only talk about my experiences.
Yeah.
I can only talk about that. I've seen cops that has harassed me before and this and that. I'm like, I just really don't say anything. I just be the most pleasant person in the world no matter how mad I am. But also there's cops that go through the neighborhood and like, hey, what's going on? How you doing and stuff. Talking to the young kids like, oh, why are you not in school or whatever? Or there was one when I was going to school, called my mom's, which when I find you, there's gonna be trouble. But he called my mom's and stuff, I was just taking my time getting to school. It was one of those situations and stuff. But I think a lot of, I don't want to say it that way. Like you said, like that 5 to 10% that's going crazy.
Well, I can't even say that no more because once I said that on Trevor Noah, the next on Twitter, this guy tweeted out, Pegues just said 5 to 10% of the cops are bad in America. That means we have over 150,000 bad cops in America. So I don't. He did the math.
You know what?
He just did the math.
Right.
He just did the total number of cops in America.
And I think I read something like that under the video and stuff, and it was like people was putting stuff out.
Yeah, that was quite funny. That was so.
Yeah, that was kind of a lot, though. But
my position is, in just as 21 years as a cop, most cops. The majority of the cops, they just come to work, man. They want to get home to their families and their friends. But you do have rogue officers. There's some cops. I can honestly say I don't know in my 21 years of one cop who I thought was like, I'm gonna go and kill somebody today.
Right.
But I know some hot-head cops that they're like right on the edge, like, and I'm like, I don't want to work with that crazy guy right there.
Right.
He gotta be on a mission. And see, that's what the problem is. You got so many good cops, but they're the silent majority.
I'll give you that. That makes sense.
And if they're not speaking, can you imagine if like all the good cops would just speak about? Because it's like everything else. So I'm telling you, you come in the precinct, within a week who you don't want to work with. Everybody's like, nah, I ain't working with Dre. Hell no. I don't want to work with that guy. You know automatically who the hothead is. Everybody knows. But what happens is, then the bosses start insulating the guy, like passing him along. That's why when you see like the Eric Garner incident, Pantaleo, the cop, I like to use him. He was in this elite unit, anti-crime unit. But once he killed Eric Garner, they look at his record. He getting sued for $72 million.
Right.
He had 15, 16, 17. How does this happen? Most cops go their whole career, they get 2 or 3 complaints. I got 15. But then the policing in their warped mind, policing say the more contact that you have with people, the more probability you're gonna get complaints. Well, I don't buy it because I had a.
Say that again.
So their philosophy is if you're having a lot of contact with people, then your probability of getting complaints is higher.
No, it's all about how you interact with the people.
They know that's their philosophy. We get it. I get it.
Yeah, okay.
I get it. I had a partner. My first partner, he had 300 gun arrests. And he had no complaints. So that debunks that entire situation. You can take 300 guns and not one person complain against you. That's pretty awesome.
No, that's a thought.
I had a few complaints myself.
Well, I think every cop's gonna get a complaint.
No, not everyone.
I mean, all I know and stuff.
I know a whole bunch that didn't, but
really?
then I know a whole lot that has I was a commander, so I had to I had a disciplinary system and process, so I had to put people in different categories.
Right. What was the worst thing that you had to do? Matter of fact, let me say, out of your 21 years of being on the department, being on the job, what was the worst thing that you had to do? Whether it's disciplining or whether you had to do something you didn't want to do or being on a certain job or whatever that is and stuff. We're talking job-wise.
Yeah. I mean, well, the worst thing that I probably had to do was work for the chief that I had to work. When I was commanding officer of the 67th precinct, I had to report to a 2-star chief. He was the most racist chief that I ever met in my 21-year career, and I had to work, because you know, it's a paramilitary organization. I mean, it's top down. So he was my boss. I didn't like him. I knew he was a racist, and I had to work for him, but I got through it. I told him he was a racist. I pretty much told him to his face.
Okay.
And we got through it. But I didn't have anything that, nobody could make me do anything I didn't want to do, or make me do something that was either borderline criminal or anything. Nah, and I never kept my mouth shut. I always was a talker. So my position, they used to always be like, yo, don't even do nothing around this dude, because I ain't playing. I used to be like, listen, I'm not giving him my job for my family, for you.
Right.
Nah, it ain't happening. So that blue wall that people talk about, I never knew anything about that blue wall. Because I say, if something happened and I'm around, we're going to take the guessing out. Because I'm calling internal affairs. I still know the number, 212-741-8401.
Okay.
I knew it by heart.
I knew he was going to say
heart. So no, I knew it by heart since January 1992. So I would tell them straight up, I don't play. I don't play like the black-white jokes. I don't play none of that. I'm just here, do my job. I don't hang out with cops. I just did my thing. Like, my friends are still my friends. Like today, my friends, so I was running the streets with selling drugs and stuff. They still Smooth, Dre, all of them, they're my dudes to today.
Right.
It's my family.
I mean, once you know, just like being in the military, like for me, being in the military at a young age, those guys I went to Desert Storm with, those guys, we still stay in touch. Those are my brothers for life.
Right.
We did a lot of crazy stuff we're not going to bring up.
Right.
But, you know, once you get that, you know, that group of stuff that you know, you did bad stuff, you did good stuff, those are always going to be your brothers for life and stuff, no matter what. Nobody can break that up. Now, I want to ask you a question about this book here. What was the worst thing anybody said to you once you wrote this book, once it came out?
Well, nobody said anything to me personally. Nobody would say anything to me because they know I set fire to them. But I mean, the social media was on fire. It was flaming.
I'm sure.
Oh, it was on flames. But what they didn't realize is that they just boost up my book sales. That's
brought
all
notoriety to it and stuff.
Yeah.
And this was a bestseller, right?
We did well.
Well, I remember reading somewhere along. I don't know.
It's still moving. We're doing good. We won 2 awards.
Okay.
Won 2 awards so far.
And this is not no thin book neither. This is some good stuff up in here.
328 pages, all good stuff. It's written on the 8th grade level, meaning that there's no big words in there like pseudofilliculitis barbae, which is a long-ass word for shaving bumps. It's just regular 8th grade, 8th grade reading. It's written in 3 parts: hustler, cop, and executive.
Right. That's probably why I understood it so well.
Yeah.
You know.
You see Judge Greg Mathis from TV, he put the first testimony in the back of the book. So it's been well received. And we're shooting a feature documentary right now, signed a deal with Vernon Films. Shout out to Linka, my director extraordinaire. We've been shooting for about 9 months. We got one more shoot. It's coming in the summer or the fall. We're gonna do some reenactments about my life.
You got you a team.
We're going. Yeah, I got a team.
I gotta get some more people on my team.
We're
doing good. We're doing good with the 3 of us and stuff, but we gotta get some more people on our team.
The team make the dream come true. I didn't do all of this by myself. You know, shout out.
I always say that.
Publicist I had, Lizzie Grumman. You know, helped me out.
Lizzie Grumman, huh?
Yeah, Lizzie Grumman.
Yeah.
Ed Woods, God bless the dead, my lawyer. He passed away last year. Ed Woods, one of the top entertainment attorneys. My book agent, Peter McGuinn from Foundry. We got a whole team, and then, you know, my family and friends, you know. We working, baby.
Hey, you've been hitting the circuit really hard
Ain't
for
no
like 2
iron
years.
team. Ain't no iron team.
He said, watch me work.
Exactly. Hashtag. Watch. Ain't no iron team.
Oh, definitely not.
Listen, I'm not successful without my whole team helping me out.
Well, I mean, I totally agree with that and stuff. You know, my team, I never say Dre's house is just me. It's the people who support me.
Yeah.
You know, that's who Dre's House is. I never say I promote my DJ more than I promote me.
Nah, I promote me more than the
Nah,
team.
the thing is, I promote
I'm the brand, baby.
I know.
I'm the brand, baby.
I'm automatically the brand because they're going to see this.
See, I hear what he say because when I always say anything I do, I always say Dre's House TV.
See, that's the brand.
Yeah, it's the brand.
Yeah, the brand. We live with the brand. You know,
Brand, baby.
It is what it is.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, you do all this work for
But it
nothing.
ain't no iron team, so we work. We work, baby.
So what's up? You know, you were saying you're doing a lot of motivational speaking. You're traveling
Yeah.
all over. What's next for you?
Well, what's next? Like right now, we just really, I'm focused just on this documentary. We're doing a feature documentary. We got a lot of interest in Hollywood, a tremendous amount of interest in Hollywood. And we just sitting back and see what's happening. I'm still doing my speaking, you know, shout out to LEAP, Law Enforcement Action Partnership. I just wrote a couple of op-eds you could read. I just wrote an op-ed about legalizing marijuana in the New York Daily News. Y'all could Google that. I actually wrote another op-ed in USA Today like last year. And so I'm just trying to be one of the people on the forefront of bridging that gap between the community and police, because I see all of these fake analysts on TV all the time. They're not giving it up 100. See, that's one of the problems. I give it up. And like some of these TV analysts and shows, they don't even want to deal with me because they know I'm calling a spade a spade. If the cop is wrong, he's wrong.
Right.
If he's right, I'm going to defend him. But if he's wrong, I'm like, we just had the incident in Pittsburgh with a young kid, Rose got shot in the back. I got a problem with that. Serious problem with that.
Let me ask you a question. Real quick.
There it is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So when, like, okay, he got shot in the back. They don't have a gun. The cop already know that he ain't got a gun. The suspect, be it male, female, kid, whatever, is just running. Is it wrong for that cop to just shoot that suspect in the back?
Oh, it's totally wrong. I mean, well, you got the Tennessee versus Garner. Now y'all got me going to my constitutional law brain now. Tennessee versus
yourself
Garner. If somebody like imminently kills somebody right in front of me, I'm a cop. Like I'm standing here, you blast Dre right now. Boom! When you run that, bam, bam. That's right in front of me. I can lay you down.
Right.
That's constitutional law.
Okay, right.
Well, you don't have that.
But if you don't
Remember,
see
you're not there. Right, it's not imminently right in front of you. So this situation, now, and remember, I got two hats. I got the cop hat and the regular person hat. So I understand heightened awareness. His blood, it's nothing in the world that y'all don't understand about pulling the car over where it fits the description of somebody just got shot. As a cop, your heart is, you already know.
Right.
There's a high probability there's a gun in that car. Now you pull the car, so this the cop side. He pulls him over, heightened awareness. He's on, his adrenaline is going. Now he stops the car, he pulled one guy out. Now the guy out the back runs. Now, you're only supposed to use deadly physical force when it's being used against you or someone else imminently.
Right.
So that's where my regular person hat comes in. Was deadly physical force being used when that guy was running?
No.
No. So you get it? Now,
The force
and
is
this
leaving.
is what I'm telling you. If you want to be a cop, America, it's a serious job. So you gotta make a decision. 'Cause everybody ain't built to be a cop. Everybody ain't built to be a DJ.
That's right.
Everybody ain't built to be a host. This is what it is. That guy, one thing I learned in policing, I ain't running after nobody. My 21 years, I chased a couple of people, but I learned quick that either their mother lived there, their girlfriend lived there, they worked there, they go to school. They coming back. Guys in Bensonhurst ain't coming to Wyandanch to commit crime.
That's right.
I promise you that. Maybe once in a while, but 98% of those people who commit crime, they in that community. You're gonna see them again. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. And once cops, see, this is why all these police departments need to pay me, like, you know, put me on. If they pay me, I can give them the secrets. We could all of this stuff could be fixed. It don't take rocket science to figure this stuff out. Somebody commit a crime, dang, you gonna get, especially today. You crazy?
Oh yeah, because they
That's the
dumb
first
enough
thing
to.
we go to.
Yeah.
So that guy running out the car, you just give it Mel Black, he just ran out of but you hold these other two at gunpoint, like, yo, I got y'all two. We lost one, he went that way. And somebody, he gonna run by. Now, let me give you criminals a little trick. Y'all all worried about like robberies. They'll rob somebody. They'll go in the corner. Like if you're in the corner, around the corner, they put the mask on, and they come and rob you. But they don't understand. The cops don't care about the camera right there. We looking at the camera 5 blocks away. When you was walking down the block, the same clothes on. And I got a clear shot of your face. Boop.
That's right.
If we don't get it 5 blocks away,
what they show on the news. Like,
we getting it 2 miles away.
Right.
It's over. Criminals, let it go. Everybody need to get a job.
Wait.
Technology has changed the entire game. You can't just stop.
But here's the thing about the young man that was just recently stabbed. All right. They caught I think they caught 8 guys now.
They just caught the 8th one.
Right. One of the guys, and this is what I was thinking when you were saying that. One of the guys, he fled. He flew. I mean, he got out.
He tried to flee.
Right. His mom's turned him in.
Yeah, I would turn my son in too. I definitely would turn my son in. My son know that. Nah, I ain't worked this hard for all of this.
That's a hard situation though when you think about it.
Yeah, well, not for me because I didn't work this hard for my kids to grow up to commit murder.
That's okay.
You ain't commit no murder and being in my house.
Right.
Nah, you gotta go.
Then you gonna be chilling.
But what's a murder? Because
what?
That's self-defense.
If you have to,
well, that's a little different.
Yeah.
I'm talking. Well, we talking about this one specific.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if somebody, did something to you or getting ready to kill you and you killed them, we gonna put the house up. We know that.
Yeah, definitely.
But if I look on TV and see that you was part of a gang assault that murdered somebody, nah, I won't hear nothing. Daddy, they made me do it. You're gonna see Big Bobo. Tell Bobo about that when you get on the island. That's just me with the tough love.
I totally agree with that. And I think there's a lot of parents, I guarantee you, and this has happened many times, and just say they killed this young man, mistaken identity. I think it's the most idiotic thing I've ever seen in my life and everything. But the parents of the kid, like that one mother who turned her son in, cool. I'm with her 100%. I got mad respect for her because her thing is I didn't raise my baby to do dumb stuff like that, whatever. Now I guarantee you, one of these family members on these young kids, ignorant kids' life, the parents gonna be saying oh, my baby shouldn't go to jail, or they mad at the family who got killed, And I'm sitting there
That's what trips me out.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course they gonna do that. That's
life.
just the process. They baby going to jail. Some people don't want to accept it. They think that even when all the evidence is presented in front of them, it's right there. You saw the one guy with the machete, other guy with the knife. Those 2 parents are still saying they didn't do it. You get it? That's just what it is. But I hope they send them to jail. I hope they go up the river, and I hope that they get violated every single day in prison.
I made this statement yesterday and stuff. It's all fun and games until it gets real.
Yeah.
Until it gets real. Now, the guys are sitting there, they in arraignment and everything. They shaking, scared or whatever.
Well, Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody tough till you get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Everybody tough. I'm tough. If you put me with my entire crew, I'm tough. But if I'm by myself, I ain't that bad. Come on. That's just what it is. You put me with 8 people, I'm talking more than everybody. You catch me by myself now, what you got to say? I ain't got nothing to say.
You got it.
But there's just some people that, even when they by themselves, they're real tough. But you know what? The whole gang, I employ all these kids, man. Stay out of gangs, man. I always say I really try not to tell kids to stay out of gangs unless I have a plan for them. Because everybody want to say stay out of gangs, don't sell drugs, but I remember being in that position. But what's the backup plan?
Right.
You got something for me? You just want me to stop? Now what? If you don't have a plan for them, a wolf gonna eat, and that's what these kids are. They wolves. They gonna eat.
Right, because my high school, they started a chapter. It's a Kappa chapter, and one of the heads was a retired detective or whatever. And one thing he said, the kids crossed over, and I was at this thing. One thing he said, if you get in a situation, don't say nothing. Your first phone call, you call me. I live the next town over.
Right.
You call me and let me handle it. But until then, we're gonna do community service. We're gonna make sure you get a good education.
Right.
Make sure you get a good job. You got a nationwide brotherhood. that's going to be there for you. And it's like you just said that you can tell kids this 900,000 times, like don't do it or whatever. But then what they're going to do and stuff, help them, like give them hope, like get them a job, It could be like the meanest job, and some people stuck into it, oh, I can't work for McDonald's, I can't do that. You got to get out of that and stuff because people at McDonald's make some serious money.
Well, I always tell the kids, you can start on the French fries and you end up being an owner.
I'll always say that. I say that all the time.
Life is.
It's crazy that you say that because my sister and my brother-in-law they met in college in Tennessee, working at Wendy's. Now he's the district supervisor of
See?
Yeah. Go in there and say you want to own.
If life was a sprint, everybody would win. It's a marathon. Everybody don't want to do the 26.5 miles.
That's me.
Everybody want to get to that finish line. You do a 100-yard dash.
Right.
Everybody win.
Yep.
But who wants to do the marathon?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go from being on welfare, selling drugs, army, police, and education. No, that's a marathon. I didn't snap my fingers, become a deputy inspector.
You put the work in.
I put that work in.
And you said the thing right there, everything that you did throughout your whole life and stuff, you educated yourself.
Yes.
You educated on what the street game was like,
That's
the gangster
right.
part. You educated the military part.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you became a cop and stuff, you educated yourself through the process to know the right and the wrong.
That's right.
And I think that's a lot of people don't look at anything you do, knowing the right and the wrong, because you just can't be a robot.
No,
you can't be a robot. You got to have your own mind, but know what's right. And know that if you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, it's a chance something bad is going to happen and stuff. It's always that chance. Like, I don't think I know anybody who was selling drugs that didn't get shot, stabbed to one of their family members, or been in jail. I don't know none.
Yeah, I got locked up once. I mean, I was one of the lucky ones. Me and my main man, Duke, Smooth in the book, he actually ended up retiring as a captain in correction, and I retired as an inspector. I mean, we did a lot of crazy stuff, but we was one of the lucky ones. He graduated from Hampton University. His mom's got him up out of there, quick.
Hey, I ain't mad at her. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
But it's all good. But listen, A Cops and Robbers Story, the feature documentary is gonna be coming out next year. Make sure we're gonna have a show at that premiere, lighting up that red carpet premiere in Manhattan.
Hey, yo.
Have Dre hosting.
All I do is say the word.
Let's
we're
go,
there,
baby.
We're there.
They got the speakers, I'll come and set up.
Red carpet.
House, we there.
Red carpet,
definitely.
baby. We gonna have that red carpet
Yeah, because
premiere.
we'll be at the Furtado Brothers thing Saturday. Well, you gotta work.
My man Lance.
Huh?
Saturday, yeah.
This Saturday.
Yes, Furtado
Yeah.
Brothers.
It's my birthday.
I know that. That's why I know
happy
you're not.
born day, baby.
He got some other stuff he's gonna be
Okay.
doing.
Yeah,
you know?
Lance is my man.
Yeah,
I heard
they
he
was just up here. Yeah.
Lance is my
Yeah,
man.
we definitely.
But you never know.
Good brothers. I mean, look at their story.
Right there.
Yeah, their story is.
Their
similar
story is
to
deep
mine.
too. Yeah, their
cool
story is
brothers
deep.
too,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
Yeah.
Respect to all those brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was 3 of them. Now there's 3 of them.
Yeah, Lance.
So I'll
yeah.
definitely be seeing
so
them Saturday.
what you talking about in the 80s, this is all in one area. So
Yep.
You got the Supreme Team, you got Fat Cat, you got Corley, you got the Furtado Brothers, you got Tommy Montana. This is all in one area. It was crazy. You talking about millions of dollars coming through South Jamaica, Queens at that time.
Right.
Crazy.
It was cool to look fly in the corduroy red jacket.
Yeah.
You
It was crazy. I
gotta
mean,
see these pictures, man. I'm gonna show you to after.
Yeah.
I was just getting ready to grab that.
Yeah,
You
we
gotta
got
see
all
these pictures, man.
Yeah, we got all that. Pictures, guns, all kind of stuff. You see Biggie Small always rap about rocking the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match.
Yeah,
He didn't even wear that because he's younger than me. He was just rapping about what he saw.
Yeah.
I did that.
This is
Ask
you?
anybody. Yeah, that's me
Why
with
you
a
look like Fabulous, man?
Sergi and Cincini suit on.
Why you look like Fabulous?
Fabulous look like me. He's
Okay.
younger than me. This is my man Bimmy. Shout out Bim. What up? That was Supreme right hand man. That's who you should work for.
All right.
That's who I should work for. You see this fila suit he bought me? This is what they used to do. The first day I came to work for him, he took me to Mason's Tennis Mart and took me shopping and bought me all like about 6 or 7 fila suits. You know, the
Feel like
fila
was dope
suits?
for the drug dealers back then.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of crazy stuff, DMC and all this. Just the night before I went to the military.
Fila is back.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
crazy.
And
The commercials are getting big.
They look like Gucci. got, you know, they start to look like the Gucci.
I got a black suede. I got a black velour fila suit right now with the black velour sneaker.
I'm gonna say this live on there, and I'm gonna kill myself to say this. My artist Big Lee, he wears fila sneakers a lot, and I tease him all the time.
What he do, rap?
Yeah, he's rap. But I tease him all the time about wearing fila. You met Big Lee. He came up one of a kind. I laugh all the time when he wear them, but I have to admit, and I'm gonna say this live on there. I'm only gonna say this once. Fila shoes are comfortable.
Yeah.
They're comfortable.
I know, because I worked in them.
Yeah, they're comfortable. Lee, if you don't accept that, forget you. But but definitely they're comfortable. But we got to close out soon. But I want to make sure people know how to contact you. Where can they find you at?
Please make sure y'all contact me on Instagram, CPEGUES9098. On Twitter, CPEGUES. Obviously, Facebook is my name, Corey Pegues. Snapchat, Pegues, everything. I'm on all social media outlets. And go to my website, CoreyPegues.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Pegues. Let's go. We there. A Cops and Robbers story coming out next year. It's going to be crazy, sick, insane.
There we go. I want to thank you for taking the time out to even come down here and chat with us and stuff. We learned a lot. I definitely know there's a lot more in this book that I need to know and everything. I'm a constantly, we're a glutton for information, so we end up talking about this tomorrow. Knowing him and I and stuff, we call each other and be like, yo, what about this or whatever. So we definitely going to keep talking about this.
You didn't even see this. You didn't even see me with the man. So
I did see that. I did see that picture. You got a picture with Obama and stuff, so you know he big right there.
That's dope.
So
that's dope.
I went from the streets to having a picture with the president of the free world.
That's right.
It's all about getting your life right.
They try to knock me.
Yeah, there it is. So we got my man DJ showing up. We got my man Corey Pegues in the building and everything. You gotta see his car outside, man.
Yo, this dude is crazy. Yeah, sure. This dude is crazy.
I'm just saying, my man Dollar Bill snuck up in here and stuff. So shout out to Dollar Bill. And who am I forgetting? Oh, people that chimed in. My man Damon. Shout out him, aka Damn On. Marlene, I see you, Crystal. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks for tuning to our live stream, our our Periscope, and also checking out the site. Thank you so much. Check my Facebook out tomorrow. If you missed it, if you want to show a friend, because so much good information that was put out there. Check my Facebook tomorrow. I'm going to send him the show so he can post it tomorrow. We're going to look at this show again and have a good time. I think I'm going to have to do another DJ show, because you was killing it. You was doing your thing.
Well, that's what I do.
Okay, then that's enough said. So we'll see y'all next week. And that's how we doing. Dre's House, we out.
Let's go.